military, and police. So let that be very clear. So this is how that nucleus was formed between Turkey and the Gambia way back in the early 1990s. So it is a long form. So it is not a coincidence that the former Inspector General of Police, through retired Major Karaduma,
for the first time. I stand to be corrected, but for the first time in the history of the Gambia Police Force, having to have the Turkish Special Forces of the Gendarmerie to train the Gambia Police Force Special Unit, as they are referred to, the Police Intervention Unit. At this moment, we are witnessing the arrival of the dignitaries, the Police High Command. We have within us General from the Gambia Armed Forces. We have the police advisor. We also have senior officers from the Gambia Navy who have already taken their seats as we wait for the arrival of the ambassador, Turkish ambassador and the DIG to take their seats, and we shall begin the program proper. Like I was saying initially, General Advisor, welcome to the program. General, welcome. As we wait for the arrival of the other dignitaries, I would just want to remind you, a few months ago, the Gambia Police Force received the commandant or the head of the Special Forces of Turkish Gendarmerie, who visited this country. Specifically visited the Gambia Police Force to discuss ways and means by which the Gambia Police Force will be supported in terms of training and logistics. And to that effect, we are able to see or have the training of special units of the Gambia Police Force intervention unit. I am aware that the special forces, the VIP, and other units within the police intervention unit have benefited immensely from this training. And today we are here to witness the passing out or the graduation or the conclusion, however you may call it, of the training. And it will be graced by the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Mamadou Sow, and also the Turkish ambassador. As we wait for them, we also want to recognize and inform you this training is part of the ongoing preparations for the OIC summit that will be held in this country. It's scheduled for May 4th, 5th, 2024. You would agree with me that it is indeed important having to receive the second world largest and biggest gathering in the Gambia for the first time. Because a lot of security, a lot of preparations. Already we've seen that is happening already on our roads, the infrastructure. However, as far as that is important, what is more important is the maintenance of peace and security during that period. And that cannot be overemphasized. And one of those reasons is why we are here this morning. I have been informed that the training has not been limited only to the police or the police intervention unit. However, we have in this country a tradition that really needs to be emulated, especially in the security forces. Because what is important, what is relevant, is peace and security of the nation. And that brought not only the PIU, but members of other sister forces, including the military, the Gambia Armed Forces, the state intelligence services, and other units of the Gambia Armed Forces. This was the collaboration, the unity within the armed security forces at the level of leadership manifested in the just concluded training at the police intervention headquarters today. Then I wouldn't be surprised having to go through, able to accommodate each other during that period. That's the level of cooperation between the Gambia Armed Forces and other securities. And it's the same. If the armed forces do have any training, other security forces, the police, are equally divided in training. Because at the end of the day, it's the security of this nation. For that being answered, it looks like everywhere is quiet. I would want to ask everybody for the cooperation that has been demonstrated during that period. For all of us to give a round of applause to ourselves. Thank you very much for demonstrating that. For a matter of time. You are aware that we are in Ramadan, and before the heads of dignitaries are with us, I just want to announce this to the participants, trainees, that due to the number, and all of you have been certificated, but due to time, we may not be able to provide or to hand over the certificates during this program. A handful of you are selected, whose certificate will be handed to them by the high dignitary. So you bear with us. It was in the young certificated, so that you know in advance that those who are called are the ones selected, so their certificates are handed over to them. But also, it's important to note that these are people who perform exceptionally well in different trainings that have been conducted. So I would say the first and the second and the third of every group or every form of training would be certificated, and I think that is very fair. So the rest of you will be handed your certificates after the program by the trainers and the trainees. It will be communicated how that will be done, but it's important you understand it in advance. Okay? I may repeat this, but I also want to just take this opportunity to tell you how the program will go. And it is as planned as this. And explain to us actually what happened, what are the training and their significance, and at their own level, how they feel that the the trainees have achieved in terms of the outcome of the training. And then we will have a statement by the Turkish ambassador, who will also give a statement. Then we'll have presentation of certificates in terms of appreciation. Then we have a vote of thanks by one of the trainees. On behalf of the trainees, one of them will give a vote of thanks. Then we have the final speech by the Deputy Inspector General of Police, on behalf of the Inspector General of Police, Sidi Mukhtar Toure. This is how the program would be going through this morning. At this moment, I am just waiting for a signal for their arrival on the ground. I'm sure at this point, they're already, you can hear the autograph team shouting. That goes to show who we are as a country. That goes to show what we can achieve as a country. That goes to demonstrate the number and size may not matter. What matters, what really matters, is the people of that country. And as a people, we've gone through a lot together, but we've shown resilience, and we've shown togetherness, and we have shown to the entire world that we are a people of peace, and we are a peace-loving nation. And that gave birth to what has been regarded as the smiling coast of Africa. Not only West Africa, but Africa. When that phrase, the smiling coast of Africa, otherwise sentence, pronounced anywhere, the reference is the Gambia. And this, for some of us who are always on social media, especially the Facebook and the YouTube, the TikToks of recent, we came across a lot of instances where we are referenced as the smiling coast of Africa. And that reference is upon every one of us. It's our responsibility as Gambians, but more importantly, as security officers, as agents of security in this nation, to maintain, to uphold. That's our responsibility. And that responsibility is tested now. It's tested for the fact that we will be receiving heads of stations, heads of nations. Today we now witness the arrival of the ambassador. Can all stand in honor of their arrival, please?
Please be seated.
Thank you very much. You can be seated. Thank you, General. We also have the arrival of the OIC rep here. The protocol, please, would you help in? After the sitting of the dignitaries, we shall start the program proper from any minute from now. Thank you very much. Inspector General of Police, General Kurojaone, on behalf of the CDS, Police General, the Assistant Inspector General of Police, the Police Advisor, the Commissioner for Police Intervention Unit as our host here this morning, the Commissioner for International Affairs, senior officers of Turkey's Gendarmerie, senior officers of the Gambia Police Force, senior officers of the Gambia Armed Forces, representative of the OIC, Head of Communications, other officers here present, and all invited guests, and to my colleagues, the media and fellow officers, good morning to you all. Before we get to the program proper, I would want us to take this opportunity to have our individual prayers. 1 minute individual prayer, to observe our individual prayers, please. Amen. I want to take this opportunity on behalf of the Gambia Police Force. I am your moderator, Immediate Assistant Superintendent of Police, Deputy PR of the Gambia Police Force. We are here gathered today, this morning, to witness a very significant occasion in the history of the Gambia Police Force, but by extension, in the history of the Gambia as a nation. It can be recalled that a few months ago, the head of the Special Forces of Turkey, Gendarmerie, visited the Gambia Police Force. And one of the issues discussed is the reason for us here today, that the provision of special training to the Gambia Police Force. On that note, we are here to celebrate the conclusion or the successful completion of the training. So as the moderator, I will have work to do, but first to go through the program guide and welcome our first speaker. The program will go as follows. We have the first speaker, our host, Commissioner of Police Intervention Unit. Then we have a statement by the Turkish ambassador. Then we have a statement by the lead trainer. Then presentation of certificates and gifts, I was informed. Then we have a statement, a vote of thanks by one of the trainees. And finally, we have the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Momodu Sow, to make a statement. On that note, at this point, I would want to invite the Commissioner for Police Intervention Unit to give a welcoming remark. Commissioner, please.
Good morning, Your Excellency, the Honorable Ambassador of Turkey to the Gambia. Good morning, Deputy Inspector General of Police, ably representing the Inspector General of Police. Good morning, the Police Advisor. Good morning, Brigadier General, representing the CDS. Good morning, AIG Operation. Good morning, the senior officers from the Turkish Gendarmerie and the military. Good morning to Mr. Fadera of the OIC. Good morning to all senior officers here present. Good morning to the media and the course participants. Good morning to you all. It gives me the immense pleasure welcoming all of you on the closing and award ceremony of dozens of security officers, mainly PIU officers, SIS, GAV, and the State Guard, which marks not just the end of the rigorous period of learning, but also the beginning of a new chapter in collective pursuit of safety and security. Today, the PIU has reached the highest of great success. It was established with a vision to serve the society with quality. Since 2017, the Gambia Police Force have undergone lots of reform programs and training, and PIU have benefited from all of this. The significance of the day is remarkable, as 180 security personnel, which consists of 4 badges, underwent an intensive 12 weeks, each 3 weeks of continuous training, ranging from protection on food techniques, protection on vehicle techniques, protection principle and responsibilities, preparation and planning for VIP protection duties, room and building clearing techniques, approaches on building techniques, and a lot more. To you, the trainees, as you stand on the threshold of this chapter, don't forget your solemn responsibilities and roles. Each of you are being entrusted with the safety and security of your fellow citizens, with utmost seriousness and dedication. The skills and knowledge that you have acquired during this training will be invaluable asset in fulfilling these responsibilities, enabling you to respond effectively in every threat and challenges. As trainees, you are now bear the responsibility of passing your knowledge and expertise to your colleagues, ensuring that the benefit of these trainings are felt. I believe our men are ready to deliver any task given to them. We cannot ignore the fact that we are constrained, for thanks to the Turkish government, especially the Gendarmerie General, for giving us the patient and skillful trainings to attain our goals. They have dedicated 3 months educating and also ensured trainers are motivated. I have to commend the entire police senior management and the following for their endless effort towards the success of the training. Finance was very supportive to most of the needs, especially in the upkeep of the Turkish trainings. We also want to recognize the immense support we received from the Gambia Police Credit Union and their entire staff. Also not forgetting the Motor Traffic Office for always providing us with the needed vehicle to conduct this training. Finally, I wish to recognize the present all the guests who, due to their busy schedule, decided to forego and attend our call to this important ceremony. I wish to specially thank our Turkish trainers, Hakan, Akin, Fatih, and Ismail, and also our liaison officer, DSP sir. Finally, I wish to welcome you all and thanks for coming. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Basangye, for the wonderful welcoming remark, having highlighted some of the processes that has taken place or that has led us to this joyous day of celebration or celebrating the achievement that has been made. But like he mentioned, that wouldn't have been possible without the support from the leadership, recognizing that, and also the Turkish government. Thank you very much. At this point, I would want to invite the lead trainee, instead of the ambassador lead trainee first, to give us a highlight of the training model.
Lieutenant Hakan Pedek, permission, sir. Good morning, His Excellency Ambassador of the Republic of Turkey. PIU Mamadou Sow, good morning, sir. And Police Advisor Tamsir Jasi, good morning, sir. And good morning, Chancellor of the Ministry of Interior of the Republic of Turkey, Jandarmeri Polonet. And good morning, Turkish Military Advisor, Infantry Staff Polonet. And distinguished guests, dear trainees, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me to address all the distinguished guests and the trainees who have successfully completed the trainings. We are not the first gendarmerie personnel to come to Gambia. Relations between the Gambia and the Turkish gendarmerie started in the 1990s. For many years, Turkish gendarmerie training teams have served in the Gambia. With the end of the Gambian gendarmerie's mission, the assignment of gendarmerie training teams from Turkey also came to an end. We have seen the positive traces led by the Turkish gendarmerie personnel who served in Gambia before us, and we are pleased with this. Our countries, cultures, and laws are different. The Gambia Police Force and the Gendarmerie General Command of the Republic of Turkey are two different law enforcement organizations. However, the vision of the police and gendarmerie is the same everywhere in the world. This vision is to be an exemplary law enforcement organization that provides reputable, reliable, and quality service in the national and international arena. Since we arrived in the Gambia on 19 December 2023, we have conducted two training terms of VIP protection training, one training term of VIP protection instructor training, and two training terms of special operation in urban areas training activities. We try to transfer our experiences to the personnel of the friendly Gambian country. I am sure that the personnel who successfully complete the training with disciplined work will be helpful to the Gambia Police Force, the Gambia Armed Force, and the State Intelligence Service. It should not be forgotten that training is an ongoing process. Knowledge and skills need to be reinforced and developed through continuous training. For this reason, it's of great importance that the personnel who have completed their training follow the current developments in the world and constantly update themselves. Today, we are happy because as the Turkish Gendarmerie, we have developed our relations with the Gambia Police Force and Police Intervention Unit. We have made new friends in the Gambia and strengthened the bonds of friendship between us. We are also said that we will leave from the Gambia in a short time. I would like to thank all the authorities and staff, especially the Gambia Police Force, the Police Intervention Unit, and the Embassy of the Republic of Turkey, who have provided us with all kinds of facilities and made us feel at home since today we are right in the Gambia. We firmly believe that the relations between the Gambia Police Force and the Gendarmerie of Republic of Turkey will continue to strengthen. I wish the personnel of the Gambia Police Force, the Gambia Armed Force, and State Intelligence Service in particular success in their future duties. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Lead trainer of the Turkish training, having highlighted the historic that between the Gambia and Turkey. This is not the first time, and I'm sure this won't be the last time. And some of the training that had occurred. And thank you so very much for appreciating our hospitality and also highlighting the fact that the trainees were fit enough and good enough, and that wishing them all the best in executing those skills that have been learned. Thank you very much. At this point, I would want to invite His Excellency the Ambassador to give a statement.
Deputy IGP, General, Commissioner, Secretary General, Excellencies, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure and honor for me to be present today and address distinguished guests and participants at the PIU camp in Hanifin for the closing ceremony of this training, organized by the Turkish Gendarmerie for Gambia Police Force, Gambia Armed Force, and SIS personnel. I would like to sincerely thank the Turkish Gendarmerie for planning this training. The hospitality extended to our personnel by the Gambian side was exemplary. We sincerely thank you. During my exchanges with our Gendarmerie team and Council for Internal Affairs, I was very happy to learn about the professionalism of participants. Apart from technical aspects, these activities also allow sides to interact and learn about the culture of the other, hence create solid working relationship and friendship. The Gambia will soon host the OIC summit. Needless to say, security is and will be one of the most important components for the success of this international event. The training undertaken by 189 staff will certainly help your authorities during this event, but also afterwards. Turkey, with its different institutions, is present on the field and working with your authorities in order to support this great country and people. During recent years, we had extensive cooperation with the Gambia. I am sure this momentum will continue in the months and years ahead of us. Taking this opportunity, I would like once more to thank participants of this training and trainers of the Turkish Gendarmerie. Last but not least, I would like to commend the efforts of the Gambian authorities and its people, undertaken at every level for making sure that this summit is a success. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency Ambassador, for recognizing the need for security as far as the OIC is concerned. Thank you very much for the wonderful speech. At this point, I would want to, we've got to a stage where we have to present certificates to the participants. So we will begin with the TOT. Yes, please, sir. We want to invite the colonel, Turkish colonel, to present the certificate. One of the seminary colonel. Yes, please. Mariama Esqueva, Makam Esqueva, please. Thank you. Babakar Sadio. Thank you. Fatu B. Samba. Thank you. Abdullah Saidi. Thank you. Dr. Fati. Thank you. And Musa Aguila. Thank you very much. Come on. Thank you very much. AIG, please. I want to present the certificates, please. The first one would be Yakuba Baro, please. Navin BI, please. Kebanyai, please. Luis Giata, please. Samban Wood, please. And Aissatou Sano. Thank you very much. The awardees of the first group of certificates are for the TOT, like I mentioned, the TOT, training of trainers. And these are are taken from different institutions for ensuring proper transfer of knowledge. And we recognize gender balance, as you could see, most of whom are women. And that's very significant. We understand that practice will be going, but this training will need to continue to ensure that it's possible, is to train our personnel to become trainers. That's the essence. And thank you very much. The next three would be, or are from the VIP first batch, the best three outstanding for the VIP protection first batch. I would want to call on the police advisor who will hand in the certificate. I have Madam Makam Eskeba again, as outstanding together with a gift for outstanding the trainers, for outstanding performance from the trainers. Thank you. Then we have Musa Ijiba. Yes. One of the outstanding of the first batch of VIP protection training. And also with a gift. Then we have Modu Juf. Modu Juf, the third outstanding VIP protection. Also with a gift. Thank you very much, police advisor. Thank you very much. We want to call on General Trujaune to present the foreign certificates. Please, General. Second by VIP protection, the first three outstanding trainees. Dudu Seidi. Also with a gift, please. Yeah. Also with a gift, please. Thank you very much. Alpha Soul. Yes, sir. Also with a gift. Thank you very much. Sada Seka, I guess I pronounced that properly. Sadela. Also with a gift. Also with a gift. That's the second batch of VIP protection training, best performing trainees. Thank you very much. General, thank you very much. From the military training school. Special operation first batch.
Nhìn được bao nhiêu người yêu vậy? Khi nó mua vậy.
You also.
Nó hầm những cái đi thôi. Nhưng mà hầm như là hầm.
Thank you very much. Adam Dijata. Sorry, Dauda Jara. Excuse me.
Volevamo saltare,
Also, the next three, special operation. The next three. The second. Thank you very much. We have 4 days journey. 4 days journey. Special operation. The best three. Thank you very much. Second batch, special operation. Second batch, the best three. I want to call on Family Federal OIC to present the certificate. Sarata Badi. So I can see the women are not leaving all the men, huh? The women are contributing, they are equal efforts. This is what we call equal opportunities. We've been given with a gift list, That's it, thank you very much. We have no assistance. Thank you very much. You have Tewa Jallo. Tewa Jallo. That was the second bag. It's an operation, the bus 3. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Fali. Thank you. We would want to also, by a sort of appreciation, we want to also award that trainers a sort of appreciation for a job well done. It's not easy having to have left your hometown, a different continent, to come to us and live with us. We are Gambians now. Now we are Gambians. Yes, so we want to call on Commissioner PIU to do the handing over for the trainers, please. We want to call on Hakan. Hakan, thank you very much for your services to the Gambia Police Force and to the Gambia. Thank you so much, Hakan. We appreciate it. Akim, before Akim, please. Thank you so much for your service to the Gambia. We call fatigue. Thank you very much for your the VIP company and the Delta company as a show of appreciation to trainers. Make them acquire the required skills in those special areas. And they are saying a big thank you for the patience that you have demonstrated during the period, because it's training, and I know, we all go through training. So we are thanking you. Thank you very much. We proceed with the program, and at this moment I would want to invite the trainee to give a vote of thanks. And that is Cadet Assistant Superintendent of Gambia Police Force, Delta Company, MD Gallo.
His Excellency, the Turkish Ambassador to the Gambia, Deputy Inspector General of Police, AIG Operations, Advisor to the Police, Commissioner, Police Intervention Unit, instructors from the Tokyo Gendarmerie, men of the Gambia Police Force, and other senior officers here present. Good morning to you all. It is indeed an honor and privilege for me to be before this auspicious gathering today. Words will be enough to describe how pleased I am. Thus, I will extend my sincere gratitude to DSP Sir for according me this rare opportunity to stand before you and give you the word of thanks. Thank you all for attending today's closing ceremony. I want to congratulate everyone who participated in this training course and know the success of this important achievement. This occasion marks another advance already strong security relationship between the Gambia and the Turkey government. In the glorious saying, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Of course, 3 months ago, we weren't thinking of this honorable day. Rather, we will be like, how will tomorrow be like? Today, here we are. Despite the difficult challenges and hurdles faced during the training, we are able to meet this auspicious occasion. Furthermore, I would like to extend my special thanks to the former Inspector General of Police for coming up to an agreement with the Tokyo Gendarmerie under the banner of the OIC, and it is indeed commendable. This occasion could not come at a better time. We are cognizant of the fact that the Gambia will be hosting one of the most important conferences of the group in May. Moreover, thanks to the Commissioner of the Gambia Police Intervention Unit for supporting and standing by the just concluded VIP protection and special operation in urban areas training offered by the Turkish Gendarmerie. It is clear that you always want to get your men ready in assignment men in any assignment according to them under any circumstance. You are absolutely a tremendous leader to us and the next generation. I will do justice if I do not acknowledge Superintendent Babu Jan, and DSP Sir for their tireless effort and relentlessness to see this training a success. We are indeed obliged. Today, my colleagues who participated in the training, it wasn't an easy journey, but we are able to battle it out to this day. We were committed, dedicated, and desirous for that training. Most importantly, we inspired and motivated one another to this day. All we do was a teamwork. We participated with resilience, and I can assure everybody that we are equipped to serve our people with due diligence. The courage that we saw during this session according to us, the conviction, even if we are assigned to work on hellfire, it is indisputable that we will execute our assignment accurately, that is expected, to expectation. And we are ready to deliver beyond our limits. Fellow colleagues who took part in the training, I want to remind us that this is not the ending but the beginning. The beginning in a sense that we are under obligation to also train our colleagues who were not privileged to take part in the training. Not only to teach them, but also to apply what we have learned from the training on operation. Finally, to the Turkish instructors, your hard work, patience, and commitment are worth to be praised. Be assured that you are the cream of the crop which will to the protection and safety of lives and properties of our people. The Gambia is now facing foreign crimes, but with our training, we will be able to tackle whatsoever comes in our way. Your principles and values of prospective police officers that we learn is inculcated in us and will be in our daily routines. Your interaction are unprecedented. Your actions are unprecedented. And I assure you, we will deliver beyond expectation. And how I wish every single police security officer all over the country get this rare opportunity. We are ready for any circumstance, physically, mentally, emotionally. I salute your courage and commitment to instill in us for making differences in our country. On that note, fellow participants, I would like us to have a standing ovation for these wonderful instructors from the Turkish Assembly. Thank you. On that note, I conclude my reference. Thank you all.
Thank you very much for a very wonderful vote of thanks. The sense of confidence demonstrated by the lead trainee that we are ready, both physically, mentally, and that we would go beyond the limits. Kilimanjaro has actually demonstrated on behalf of all trainees the confidence that has been demonstrated here. If that confidence is maintained, if that confidence is nurtured, if that confidence is carried along all operations, like you said, we are sure and certain that we would go beyond all limits in the maintenance of peace and security of our motherland, the Gambia. I am proud of you. On that note, I want us to give ourselves a round of applause again. Thank you very much. I think I'm just overjoyed, but again, I will just allow the program to proceed. And at this juncture, I want to invite the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Momodu Sow, to make a statement.
Deputy General.
You know what? I will not come to a special forces barracks. I don't use that. I will not walk into a special forces barracks and look like a ticket coming from a special forces background myself. What I am seeing here, I don't like. Morals? Aye. Morals? Aye. How? Aye. How? Aye. I disagree. Stand up! On your feet! Morals? Aye. How high? Stand high! Morals? Aye. How high? Stand high! Thank you. Sit there. The Turkai ambassador to the Gambia, Mr. Turkai Oba, the representative of the Chief Executive Officer of the Organization of the Islamic Conference, Assistant Inspector General of Police, here present, our dear host, Commissioner Basangi, senior police officers, senior security chiefs, Commandant of the National Republican Guard here present, representing the Chief of Defense Staff, representatives of other sister services here present, invited guests, training participants, trainers from Turkai, members of society here present, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, you are all welcome to this magnanimous gathering at the PIU Barracks this morning. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome everybody who has left, including the members of the Fourth Estate. I thank you. Wherever we go, I see you also want to go. But I think I will write to the respective departments or institutions so that you are included in our next training sessions, because I can realize that you also. The only reason to that so that all of us here will be speaking the same language. Because I can see when I rise to men, some of you were a little edgy. Anyway, that's who we are. I thank you enormously for covering this gathering this morning. Having said that, I also take this opportunity to come here today to join you on this auspicious ceremony, which is the closing ceremony of the Special Operations and Urban VIP Protection Operations, which is significant to what we are envisaging to see in our very own motherland, and which is the International Islamic Conference, which is the second biggest international conference in the world after the United Nations General Assembly, if all of you might be aware. This is the organization of the Islamic Ummah across the globe, meaning that it is a daunting task, particularly when it comes to security. So in that, it is important to put our whole own house in order before even we proceed. Because in our own world, different from the ordinary world, because as men and women in the services, we live in a different world from our own people, because we make things move That is why when we fail, society fails. Because our utmost responsibility is to oversee the continuation of society. Meaning that we are in a different level altogether with the rest of the population. So being the case, everything is expected of us, and this is why we are easily picked for criticisms when we fail to do what is required of us. And fundamentally, it is required, it is an onus on us to ensure that we do the needful. Before I proceed, I would like to thank the organizing team, trainers, partners, participants for your commitment, dedication during the training program. Having said that, allow me to give you a brief background of some of these tasks between the Turkish Gendarmerie and the Gambia Police Force. It is interesting to note one of the speakers has stood here to identify the link between Gambia and Turkey from a very far angle, indicating the existence of this relationship from time immemorial. And I think General Downey here and a few other officers here to attest, be a witness on that. Commissioner Jabate, Commissioner Balajo, and the rest could be a witness to that. That this is not the first time the Turkish Gendarmerie has been in the Gambia. I am answered as an example to that it has been a long bond. That Turkey is one of the most valued partners to the Gambia and one of its most strategic partners, dating back years ago. Probably most of you here will not remember those days during the First Republic when Gambia used to have a gendarmerie of its own, different from the police and different from GAF. GAF is a nucleus. GAF comes from that very gendarmerie because the people that were forced, recruited, and taken are taken from the second batch of the Gambia gendarmerie to form the nucleus of GAF. So it's a long story. And all that is triggered by the Turkish gendarmerie who were here at the time. Most of us benefited this very training that you have done. That is why I said, coming from a special forces background, I would not walk into a special forces barracks and just feel like a lady who is going for shopping. I have to be a man. And all of you, even those that are here, will have to look like that. So that is just a synopsis of the history between Turkey and Gambia. And Mr. Ambassador, I'm pleading to you that this, and with the Colonel here, that this training session, I know the Turkish Gendarmerie is one of the elite gendarmerie components across the globe. Because yes, if you look at the word gendarmerie, it's a French word. But if you go deeply into it, you separate the two. Jean means an individual. Dar means the arm. That is an individual who has an arm. Because they are a paramilitary organization, they are non-police, non-military organization. Meaning they have the functions of both the military and the police. They are trained as soldiers and trained as police officers at the same time. So this is why they are given that gendarmerie, the personnel with an arm. And they do both military and police. So let that be very clear. So this is how that nucleus was formed between Turkey and the Gambia way back in the early 1990s. So it is a long bond. So it is not a coincidence that the former Inspector General of Police, through retired Major Karaduma, who was one of the nucleus of the first Turkish Gendarmerie training team that came to the Gambia, decided to ignite that long bond and long for lost found friendship. And as a result of that, it yields these dividends today. So having said that, at some stage, he has to travel to Turkey to ensure that the needful is done until here we are today. And we look forward for many of these to come, because the Turkish Gendarmerie is an elite force that has various capacities in terms of man, material, and sophistications. So I hope if we put that bond together, the Gambia Police Force will stand to benefit. Because the GAF, they will not tell you the story, but they know. I don't need to go into that. The GAF is very much benefiting, because like the other speaker said, when the Gendarmerie was disbanded, the training was shifted to GAF, and they have benefited. This is why GAF today is one of the record professional artists within our sub-region. And all that is due to the Thank you very much. Having said that, after the visit of the former Inspector General of Police, the Turkish Gendarmerie commander decided to send a team of observation. They came and they were very impressed, and they did what is here in close today. And during that process, during the training, 181 participants have successfully completed the rigorous training modules delivered by First Lieutenant Akan Peter and his team. Congratulations, Lieutenant. Out of this 181, 170 are police intervention units, 6 from the State Intelligence Service, and 5 from the Gambia Armed Forces. Meaning, this is what is called esprit de corps. We are all servicemen and women in different capacities, but we have a single objective that all of us want to, which is to render this motherland safe and continue to transcend from one generation to next, where the norms and values of this very motherland is passed from either generations that comes, so that the country prosper and continue in prosperity. This is why we are all in this different attire, different TOR, but at the end of the day, it's like a football team. There are players who kick the ball with their head, others kick the ball with their chest, others with their knees, others with their feet, but the ultimate objective is to put that ball behind the neck. So it's the same objective. Regardless of which service you serve, your objectives are all the same. Participants were selected from across, and that was what is important. Today marks the end of that training, and I do hope your colleagues, I understand the training also has a component of a TOT, that is a step-down trainers. You continue doing that so that before we usher in this very August gathering that we are expecting, we are up to our task. That is what is most important. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed my honor and pleasure, and representing the Inspector General of Police in this podium here, that we are profound and very much appreciative for the efforts of our partners, that is the Turkish. We thank them to the bottom of our heart on behalf of the Gambian population, the Gambian government, and everybody for this wonderful collaboration and this wonderful gesture they have taken to ensure that we prepare ourselves. Because as servicemen and women, as long as we are doing our job, training continues. I hate to stand here and give you long speeches in order not to bother you, but what is most important, because I don't want to repeat what Commissioner Basani has already stipulated, all the rules and all the procedures that have been applied as far as the training, as is mentioned by him and other speakers too. But what is most important is those that have been trained. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are the best out of the best, but you have just been opportunity to be picked or to be selected. Do pass your skills to your colleagues who are unfortunate to be here. But those that are trained also to be the POTs. And so you start running your programs today so that Aluta continues. The struggle continues to ensure that we have a better, and we might not be perfect, but we can be better in what we are doing. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, invited guests, all protocols duly observed. In conclusion, I want to thank the Turkish ambassador, the Turkish trainers, the participants, the facilitators, the press, and everyone who is able to make this day today so beautiful, so colorful, and so exciting. I thank all of you. Assalamu alaikum. I do not hear you.
The general didn't hear you. Morals? Morals? How high? How high? Thank you. The police intervention unit, especially the special operations, you actually have a big task and a bigger task, having to have the Deputy Inspector General of the Gambia Police Force from a special operation background, as he highly mentioned. What I'm trying to say here is that you have a bigger job to do, because your lead supervisor was and is still an special operational person. Meaning that this unit of the Gambia Police Force is at the heart of the leadership of the Gambia Police Force. That has been demonstrated here during his speech. Having gone through the historic events that led us to where we are here since the 90s, as they rightly mentioned, that this is not a new thing. However, it's a continuation of handing over from one generation to another. And the expectation is that during those periods of which, because of this training, that we are able to maintain the peace and security of this country until we are being designated the smiling coast of Africa for our peace and our peace-loving attitude, behavior, and comportment. But most importantly, we are here today, have benefited this training, because Forum on Earth will be in the Gambia, May 4th, 5th. And it is our responsibility as Security Institute, as security agents, but most importantly, the participants and the TOT to end summit. So, the speakers have already spoken. I would want to take this opportunity to say a thank you to everybody on behalf of the Gambia Police Force, but also, like the General said, on behalf of the Gambia, that we are grateful, Your Excellency, for the support that has been rendered to the Gambia. And this brings us to the end of this very important program. And next to this, we will have a group photo outside. I know the team is very big, but we try to squeeze